here locally in the community. Make sure y'all go check out Kneecap Body by Jeremy Campbell.
Good evening, everybody, and it is the NFL Roundtable Talks, hosted by, of course, Kneecap Biting with the Motor City Lions. That's myself, Smoking Jeremy B, and Von Doom. I have guest Will Vogel, who's going to be talking about the Panthers schedule, Ralph Williams to talk about the Steelers schedule, and Robert, don't you cover the Chiefs?
Well, Titans. I talk the whole league, but yeah. I'm out of Nashville.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're out of Nashville. Okay, no problem. We got Megan, Aussie 12 Gallkroger, who is a Seahawks fan, going Monday Night Football. Let's go. And I know she's talking about Seahawks versus Lions in week 4 on Monday Night Football. Joshua Doris says the semi-virgin is on tonight. He must be talking about Phil. Would rather have a few more 1 p.m. Sunday games that the NFL wants ratings, and I get it. Smoking Dad's in the building. Here's a salute for Joshua Dorr and D-Lo77. Will and his father are both on tonight. He's talking about you and
Everybody says I'm Will's father. That's
Oh, that's funny.
I have to get a DNA test and find out.
Everybody knows. Ralph has his own channel, which is RW Media on YouTube. Robert Butler has the Sports Scope on YouTube as well. So make sure you guys go ahead and chime in and join their channels, because they all do very good content. Robert is from the Nashville area, and a dog check, it's up to how you want to do it. You can, Robert, he's asking you to give a dog check. A dog check is either saying the word dog check or a bark. It's up to you. I leave it up to the guest.
Whatever. All right.
When they have me do it, I bark. But
okay.
Pogo Stick, a.k.a. Semi-Virgin, a.k.a. Will.
Okay, Joshua.
Megan, if you want to send me an email, and I'll send you an invite so you can talk the Seahawks schedule. It's Smoking Jeremy B with just 1K though, because I set it up before the logo got screwed up. That's why I added the extra K. AI is a wonderful thing, but it doesn't know how to spell.
It really does not know how to spell at all.
No.
Just send me an email and I will send you a link.
Oh, man.
Oh, Joshua Dorr being called Uncle Kenny by my dad. I find that funny. Smoking Jeremy with 1K. Smoking Jeremy B at gmail.com. I have no problem letting you on, Megan. I've seen you talk on Tim's show, and I know you know how to talk football. So, Von Doom, let's talk about your Giants schedule. How does that look?
Like 3 wins to me.
That could happen. I mean, you got that bum Daniel Jones there.
I don't want him to see a single snap this season. I am truly afraid. No, he's had 2 neck injuries that have been pretty severe. I'm very worried about his long-term health if he steps on the field and gets hit. I don't want him to ruin the rest of his life to play a freaking game of football.
Delos, Von Doom is having a tooth issue tonight and extreme pain and swelling, so he's staying off camera.
God willing, this dentist will rip them all out tomorrow, and I will not feel pain, and I will be able to drink coffee again.
Oh, I know you miss coffee.
I
Because
miss
drinking
coffee.
lukewarm coffee stinks.
I think Joshua had a question for me.
Do we ball buster you a little too hard or not hard enough?
No, it's fun. I tell people this all the time. If you don't mess with someone, it means you don't like them. If you mess with them, it means they're friends.
Mm-hmm.
I love this. James Burgess says Daniel Jones will get you the draft picks you need and not the draft picks you want. So he's like Batman.
James Burgess, I thought that 2 years ago, and look what happened. He took us to the playoffs and ruined the quick rebuild we could have had.
What's going on? We are talking about the schedule release there, Rocket Scientist. And he says, what's up to Robert?
What's up? Appreciate it,
But
man.
that being said, Ralph, why don't you go over? Okay, she just sent the email.
I can start mine, Jeremy. You ready for me to do it?
Jesus Christ, Joshua.
Okay.
We paid for it.
All right. The Steelers start off in Atlanta, game 1. That's going to be a reunion with Arthur Smith and the Falcons. Game 2 will be Russell Wilson in a reunion with Denver. So there we are there. Game 3, we get to see Jim Harbaugh at Acrisure Stadium and the Chargers. Game 4, we play the Indianapolis Colts, and we lost to them last year, Shane Steichen and his team. Then on game 5, we are back at Acrisure for a second home game against the Cry Boys. And then game 6, we play away. We're at the Las Vegas Raiders. And then game number 7, we're at home. We get to possibly see Aaron Rodgers at home on game 7. Game 8 against Von Doom's New York Giants at Acrisure Stadium.
Hey, man, that's a family game.
There you go. Game, let's see here. We're off on week 9. We have a bye week. And then we have game number 10. We have the Commanders. We're at the Commanders. We get to see what Jalen Daniels looks like if he's going to play. Then we have the Ravens at home, our 11th game or week 11. And then week number 12, we play the almighty Browns at Cleveland Brown Stadium, and then Cincy away on week number 13. We play Cincy at Paul Brown Stadium, and then whatever it's called these days. And then we're at week 14. We're at home against the Browns. Week 16, we're away against the Ravens. Week 17, we play the Chiefs on Netflix Christmas Day. And then week 18, we wrap it up at home against the Cincinnati Bengals. In our 3 preseason games, we play the Texans first, Buffalo, and then Jeremy's Detroit Lions. So there you go.
Like a rough road to hoe in preseason, though.
Oh my gosh, yes it is. Buffalo's a rough road to hoe too. So we'll see. And the Houston Texans, hey, don't spell them out. They had a good year last year. So,
that's what I mean. Tough teams, but that is the best thing you can have happen for your young roster because that's mostly what plays in the preseason.
Right.
It's to test their mettle against teams that have depth and that have playoff experience. All right. I want to welcome my friend Megan, Aussie 12 Gawk Kroger.
Hi, Megan.
Part of the 12.
Hello, Megan.
Please excuse the croaky voice, boys. I'm coming off
That's okay.
Coming off media interviews and a really severe dose of bronchitis. So please, this is not how the Aussie speaks. But great to meet you. Good to see you, JB. And no dog check today. Sorry, Joshua. My voice is killing me. So.
You said the word. You have a choice.
Oh, okay. So.
You have a choice. You say the words or a bark, and I choose the bark for him. Hey, I like that.
I was barking this morning when I got up, JB.
I know
Barking like a
exactly what.
sea,
Right.
barking like a seal, though. But yes, this is the lucky Jim Zorn jersey, and it served us well with our schedule, I have to say.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
And of course.
Uh,
Oh, go ahead.
sorry, Jeremy, a Brit. Orlando, you
Ooh,
insult
that's
me
an
because I'm
insult.
Australian.
Hey,
You can't tell by the Aussie 12 in the
Aussie.
name.
There we go. Orlando.
Sorry, Jeremy, I'm derailing the conversation.
It even says Aussie 12 in her name. Megan, are you a Jason Day fan?
I would rather watch paint dry. And I watch, no, Jeremy, let me say, I watch Test cricket. I don't know if you boys have ever watched cricket.
Yes.
Hey, what's
So
funny?
that's all I'm saying.
What's funny?
But no, Jason Day, he is a great sportsman, but I would rather watch paint dry, literally.
But by the way, Megan, I have watched cricket because with this new streaming service I use, it's called NFLHDTV.net out of America. I
Mhm.
actually get every professional sport game, including cricket.
Oh, nice. Being Australian, I played, I umpired, so next to rugby and the Seahawks, it's probably my favourite sport. So
I was the only one that talked about the sport where the defense are the ones that maintain possession of the ball because everybody was just saying American baseball and softball. I said, y'all forget cricket.
Cricket came first, I think.
Yeah, cricket was first. Those are all derivatives of cricket.
Yeah. Am I saying golf is boring? Yes. Sorry, Rocket. If you like golf,
No, I like golf, but I don't watch golf.
look,
play it better than
I will say, Ralph, if I have insomnia and if I'm having
Right.
trouble sleeping, I'll put golf on and be out like a light. So,
Well, I
but if you
can't
like
play
golf,
any golf because I'm in a wheelchair. I'm handicapped, so I can't play any golf. So.
well, at least you can still enjoy it watching it.
Yeah, I watch it once in a blue
I
moon.
can do a
but that's
shoey,
it.
Joshua, but I'm not going to waste it on a
Okay,
Lions channel. Oh, wow. Sorry.
let's keep this rolling. It's Will's turn to talk about his Panthers schedule.
Let's go.
Let's see, Will.
So the window of wins I got is between 2 and 5. I'm leaning towards 3 at most. It's not a good schedule. At first, we opened with the New Orleans Saints, who is a divisional opponent. It could go either way. We normally split with divisional opponents on a good year. Then we played the LA Chargers with their new coach, Jim Harbaugh, who is one time a Carolina Panther quarterback. Next, we played the Las Vegas Raiders, which should be a toss up game. Could go either way. Then we played the Bengals, which no way we're winning against Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase yet. They're
What week
they're
is that?
tough.
Wait, what week is that though?
4.
That's week 4.
Uh,
Joe Burrow
Yes,
Are
might
you
be
playing?
hurt.
Are you playing Cincinnati? Right, Will?
Yeah.
we are.
Okay.
And
Well,
then
remember the Super Bowl, Will. And for the last the last few years, since these offensive line has been exposed, and
yeah, I
this year they got
just
Ladarius Mims, so we're going to see what happens. But they've been
yeah,
exposed.
exactly.
Okay.
So
What
Exactly.
5?
And then week 5 we play the Chicago Bears, the last 2 number 1 picks against each other.
wow.
As much as I can't stand the Bears, I still think they're going to win. I think their offense is going to
Well,
have a field
if the
day with
Bears
our
don't do something
defense.
this year, Will and Jeremy and everyone, I think
And
Matt
then,
Everfluss is going to get fired.
yeah, oh,
Yeah.
I agree. He should have been
Yeah,
fired.
he should have been fired
Excuse
last
me.
year. So
I agree. Then we play with the Falcons. Like I said, a divisional opponent. We never know. We'll
Raheem
probably
Morris.
win one, lose one. Then we played the Commanders, which they have a bunch of our former players like Jeremy Chin and Frankie Louvu. So it'll be interesting, a reunion of sorts. Then we played my grandparents' favorite team, the Denver Broncos, because they live out there. So that'll be interesting. Um, I think they're going to beat us. It'll just be a close game. Then again, we played the Saints. Sorry, talked about that. That's a divisional game. Then we play Leonard's Giants in Munich, Germany. against
Bryce Young.
and they have
Oh,
Brian Burns. Yeah, the
We
return
had
of Brian Burns. I think
we
that's
had
going to
them.
be.
Sorry, we had the Munich game 2 years ago, and I was supposed to go after my trip to Seattle. That is going to be a belter of a game.
Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be a closer game than people think, but I think the Giants are going to win that. Then we have a bye week, and then boy, do we 5 out of the last 7 games are against teams that made the playoffs. We got the Chiefs. We're losing that game. We're playing the Bucks. You never know what Bucks team you're going to get, so
Dave
I
Canellis
don't know
against his
yet.
former team. You know,
Right.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
I said
Canals
Dave
against his
Canellis
former
against his
team.
former team. We're going to see how that works out.
And I forgot to say that the first time. Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome.
Eagles are. We'll see how they hold up without Kelsey this year, but they do have a good young defense and a good solid offense. Then
And
we
they got
play
two
the.
great, and they got two really good coordinators. Yes.
Mhm. Then we
And
play the cow. Then we play the Cowgirls, which
I like that one.
which
The
which
Cowgirls.
I can't stand them, but I think they're better than us. Then we play the Cardinals, which that's a toss up of a game. Um, it'll be interesting. And then we play the Bucks and the Falcons again, which are divisional opponents. So if I had to project how many wins, I'm going to say 3 at most.
mine hair. I see it here. Okay. Now to address how Robert dresses, I'm going to say he dresses rather dapper. He dresses for
Rather
success.
handsomely,
Yeah.
I would say, JB.
Yeah.
He
Well, I
does
thought
look
you were
like
trying
my
to.
accountant.
Yeah,
He
whatever.
does look like my accountant, though.
Funny
It
guy.
should be said.
But Robert, whichever team you want to cover there.
Yeah. Titans out of Nashville. You know, they spent a lot of money in free agency. Got a new coach, Brian Callahan, got him over from Cincinnati. They were second in the most money available, cap money to Washington, depending on what site you read. They were second or third. Made a lot of tremendous upgrades, added Calvin Ridley, got L'Jarius Sneed out of Kansas City at cornerback. Added, left tackle there, J.C. Latham, first round pick. I mean, just a lot of upgrades. They were 6-11 last year,
Right.
and everything is going to come down to whether Will Levis and Brian Callahan in this offense can get going. It's all about Levis taking that next step from last year to this year. Usually quarterbacks, and we'll know this probably towards the end of next season, probably a game or two after Thanksgiving, whether they want to, continue forward with him. But judging by what they've done in the offseason, adding offensive pieces around him and not really doing much as far as adding another quarterback. They added Mason Rudolph, former Steeler, there as a backup. So,
Yeah.
and this
Mason
team,
Rudolph, good quarterback.
Yeah, Rudolph. Yeah, he had his best. He had his best career year. I mean, it was only 3 games, right? With
Yes,
Pittsburgh last
exactly.
year.
Yeah. Well, he had the
That's
playoff
the
game
best I've
too.
seen of him.
Yeah. Well, you know what? He's a good quarterback, Robert. But the issue is the fact of the matter is Mike Tomlin didn't give him no love here. I mean, he saved his job. He saved Mike Tomlin's butt last year because I don't think Mike Tomlin would have gotten an extension if we would have lost all those games. But he saved his butt by winning those games at the end of the season.
He sure did. So I mean, so they made a lot of adjustments. I actually like their early matchup against the Bears. I mean, you're playing Caleb Williams' his first career start. We all thought, I mean, C.J. Stroud, hit the ground running last year, but he didn't have a great game in Week 1 against Baltimore. So I like them to get that early win, and they play the Jets in Week 2. And the Jets are coming off that Monday night game where they got to play at San Francisco. There's a chance they could beat the Jets and go up and get 2 wins. Just looking over their schedule as a whole, I would say they're either 10-7 or 7-10. You know, so it's kind of hard. Again, it all comes back to Levis. I mean, they've already had a pretty good defensive line. They're good against the run. Their offensive line, but they've got one of the best offensive line coaches in the league. Bill Callahan is
that's it. Okay.
the Browns' offensive line coach.
Yes.
And that's his dad.
Right. Yeah. Former Nebraska coach and
Raiders
and Jokeland Raiders.
Yeah.
Jokeland.
Yep. And then on top of that, you just lost your D-line coach to the Lions, Pharrell Williams.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, he came over to the Lions to be here. And
and they lost their defensive coordinator to the Giants.
He said you sound like a Southern Bible salesman.
Looks like one too, just to say.
But anyway, so you're thinking somewhere around 7 to maybe 9 wins? Top?
Yeah, something like that, give or take 2 or 3 games. They match up a lot better with Jacksonville than people think. Same thing with Houston, those divisional games. They knocked Jacksonville out of the playoffs last year.
Yeah,
Yes,
I know. I loved it. I predicted it too. I don't know if you ever watched.
You were there. I was there.
On our Wednesday night.
Speaking of Jacksonville, real quick, everybody, they just approved today the city is going to pay half, and the Cons are going to pay half for a new stadium. That's $1.8 billion or something like that. Billion.
They're not moving to London anytime soon. That's going to be
that's what I was thinking.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Breaking news today. So.
Can I borrow that suit for a wedding next week, Robert?
Hey, where did Robert go?
Oh, Robert dipped.
Robert does have to dip. He does have a show. He does too. He just wanted to make sure he got his piece in about his team. And I'm happy to be in here. Thank you very much, Robert.
Thank you, Robert. Nice to meet
you. Yeah, thank you, Robert.
What were you going to ask there?
I was going to ask him a question, but I had I messengered him, so I wanted to see if he could come on my show on Tuesday.
Oh, I can hook you up with him.
Yeah, please. I'd like to come on and talk about the Titans.
I'll send you a link from his profile. That way you can get with him and send him a friend request.
Yeah, I just sent him something on Facebook Messenger. So.
Hey, Ralph, I'll ask you something after the show.
Okay.
I'm sorry?
Go ahead. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Look what we did, guys. We made him quit. No, he has a previous engagement. He's a guest on another sports show. He came in just to talk about his schedule as a favor to me because I popped in to talk about the Lions schedule last year. So, and I appreciated him coming in because, the more teams we got represented, the more this is more of an NFL roundtable talk.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We get to go to my Australian friend, Megan, Aussie 12 Gawtroger, to talk about her Seahawks right after I say, welcome, Jordan, from Patriots Media, and you will be the next one to talk.
Jordan Edelman.
Hello, Jordan. Nice to meet you. Okay, so the Seahawks are in a rebuild. We have our new coach, who I'm so excited about because he looks like my dorky brother. But I'm also really excited because 2 years ago, we had Russell Wilson's homecoming to Seattle, week 1. And 2 years to the day, we get the Broncos week 1 in Seattle. And it is exactly 2 years. It's the 8th of September, 2 years, exactly. So we have the Broncos at home, which I'm excited with. We have the Pats away, not sure about. Then we have the Dolphins at home, which should be good. Then we have some little team I've heard of called the Lions. I'm not sure. Monday night in Detroit. Heard of them? Don't rate them that much.
Easy win.
You want me to pull mine up? No,
yeah,
I'm kidding.
I'm just playing. That's my very
I'll grab my Ring of Honor one. So and that is a game I am looking for. Seattle's getting whooped by the Lions, are they, Brian?
That is Jalen, and I think they could.
I
I'm saying
think it's going to be close. I hope it's going to be close. I don't think it's a. And
Yeah,
we've got revenge coming to the Lions, so it works both ways for us.
Oh
I
wait,
don't think it'll be a backside kicking. I think it'll be close.
right. I think it's going to be a close game too, because if you think about it, our last 4 matchups, the only one that was a blowout was the last year with Matt Patricia.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Megan, I see you guys have Leslie Frazier as an assistant head coach. That should work out for Mike McDonald on the sidelines. Helping him out.
And we've got Harbaugh and we've got Pete Carroll's
Yes,
son.
another Harbaugh. Yes, I saw that.
So for me this year, Orlando, you gave us the playoff spot. We took,
and you got Mac Brown's son too from North Carolina's head coach. You got his son.
I had very low expectations this year. We've got the Giants at home, the Niners at home, Falcons away. I can't read. Bills at home, and the Rams at home before a week 10 bye. Condolences on week 5 by Lions. We had it last year and it sucked.
It does suck. That's the first week the bye is available. It's awful early. 9 times out of 10, you're not dealing with a lot of injuries. It doesn't give you that extra 2 weeks before a game to get people healthy. I hate it myself. But go ahead, Megan.
So then we have the week 10 bye, which I think will come at a really good time for us, because week 10 is when we start falling apart. Usually. Should I say, with it literally falling apart. Then we go on the road trip to heck with the 49ers away. Then we have my brother's beloved Cardinals at home, which will be a big. Now there's your smackdown, and I was at the Cardinals game. First game last
you get that false hope with that late game versus the Cardinals, because you guys whooped the tar out of them. And then
I was there 2 years ago.
Against the next tough opponent every year is what I've seen for 4 years in a row now.
Well, we had the Cards at home, the Jets away, then the Cards away. We always seem to play the two Cards games within 2 weeks of each other, home and away. Then we've got the Packers at home, the Vikes at home, the Bears away, the Rams away. And week 6 to 11, that 5-week stretch in the middle is the stretch from hell.
Right, because a lot of away games, a lot of traveling.
A lot of away games. And also in the preseason, we have the Rams and Titans away and the Browns at home. And I'm excited for the Browns at home because my boy Caleb may not be playing preseason, but I've got us at about between 7 and 9 wins. I think more than that. With the rebuild, will be overachieving slightly, maybe. But I'm so excited. If Mike McDonald brings that baby D from the Ravens to the Seahawks, I will die a happy 12. Put me in the ground now. I'm really excited. I love. We just signed Tyrese Knight yesterday. Orlando, I believe you're trying to say a Harker before the Seattle game.
Yep.
I'm a New Zealand All Black fan. So I think it's going to be an interesting year, 7 to 9, with anything else being a bonus. Jeremy, I think, to be honest.
7 to 9 win year.
Yeah. I would love to say division run, playoffs. I think maybe next year or the year after I could come and say that, but we'll see. It's going to be interesting.
Oh, look at them. They're going off with the FTP.
They're going crazy, man.
Yeah, I see that.
What is the explain that to me, the TPF or whatever.
FTP means, well, we're not on Roku. I can say it. Fuck the Packers.
Oh, God. Joshua, could you throw one in on my... Yeah. And I would also say FTJ for the Jets as well. Can I just put that there? I mean,
heck yes, you can. Especially the Jets and their draft pick stealing some of the.
Yes, James, Gino might fall apart, but we also have Sam Howell. And I'm
That's
looking
your
forward.
start.
I'm looking forward to seeing Sam play. I think he will be our QB1 for preseason and maybe a few games during the regular season. Sorry, Jeremy, I just completely blanked.
Yeah,
Megan, I hope Sam Howell is your starter from week 1 because FGS.
Oh, sorry, I'm a Gino girl. I'm a Gino girl. I would, if I had have known you felt that way, I would have worn these jerseys. Maybe next time.
I hate him for a reason, though.
Yeah, no, fair.
No, I think Geno Smith's overpaid. He should have never got all that money. He's never been a good
Eli's
quarterback
streak.
until Dave Canales whipped him into shape.
Yes, that is true. I will take that, Ralph. Excuse me.
Yep. And now we come to our local Patriots guy, Jordan
Hey,
Edelman, who's out in
Oh,
Vegas
wait till brother.
playing
Let's
in
go.
arena football. Correct?
Hi, Jordan Edelman.
Hey, Jordan.
No, it's actually Jordan Davidson. We just call him Jordan Edelman because when he had his full beard there, he looked just like Julian Edelman.
Yeah, that was my
I'm not
nickname
sure
for
who
him.
should
and
be
it stuck.
insulted more. I'm thinking Jordan, but
Jordan, you ready for Alex Van Pelt at offensive coordinator?
No, we'll see. We got a whole new offensive coaching staff. We got Van Pelt, who's a former quarterback, former
Right. Yeah, I
coordinator.
watched him play at Pitt.
And we obviously Big McAdoo's been around the league for a while. He's our quarterbacks coach, and then
Wow.
obviously we got obviously a new head coach too. So that's what I'm really excited for is a new head coach.
We got a hockey
Fun with
question
McAdoo.
for you. Are you a Bruins fan?
Is that somebody asking me that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I kinda-
all Boston sports except for the Red Sox.
oh, see, I'm all Seattle, so it works. On
Yeah,
the
like I
bottom line.
like Celtics, Patriots, Bruins, and then I don't like the Red Sox though. That's the only team in Boston I don't like.
I'm
Big
going to
dog.
put them in order of importance to me right now because of how they are. It's Lions, Tigers, Red Wings, and then I call them the Pistons because they're that bad.
Yeah, I take it.
Yeah,
I go Yankees,
See what you
Panthers,
did there,
Hornets.
JB. See what you did there, brother.
have the Panthers won a playoff series since Ben Wallace?
No,
No, I
I was
go
like
Yankees,
2004.
Panthers, Hornets, like I said.
yeah. So, what? Let's hear about your schedule there, Jordan.
So we start off the year on the road with Cincinnati, right down the street from me, actually.
Nice.
Obviously, what stands out at least on the schedule so far, looking at it, is the quarterbacks that we play. We play Joe Burrow. We play Aaron Rodgers. If Aaron Rodgers stays healthy, we play him twice. Josh Allen twice. Tua Tagovailoa twice. Anthony Richardson. Caleb Williams. Matthew Stafford. Justin Herbert. Kyler Murray. Trevor Lawrence. Brock Purdy. And C.J. Stroud. And then our other two games are basically against the Seahawks, which is our Week 2 matchup, September 15th at home. That's our home opener against Seattle. And then we play the Jets Week 3 on the road, San Francisco Week 4 on the road, Week 5 at home against Miami, Week 6 at home against Houston, Week 7 is the London game, so neutral site pretty much in Jacksonville. Week 8 is the Jets again. Week 9's home against Tennessee. Week 10's in Chicago. Week 11's at home against the Rams. Week 12's on the road in Miami. Week 13's home against the Colts. Then we got a late bye in Week 14. Week 15 is home against the Cardinals. Week 16's at home against the Buffalo Bills. And I don't like this schedule because we got the Bills twice in 3 weeks. We got the Chargers Week 17 at home. And then we end the year at home against Buffalo again.
Yeah, we have the Browns away, and then we play Cincy after that, and the Browns at home. Jordan, that's how we are there. So
Yeah.
We get as usual. We get the Cardinals home, then 3 weeks later away. We always do it.
To answer someone's question in the chat, Rocket Scientist, yes, the schedule was released at 8 p.m. tonight. That's why we're talking about the NFL schedules for this season. What is your window of wins for the Patriots this year?
It's tough because we don't know who's playing quarterback.
Drake May.
Yeah, but
Oh, yeah, really?
that's what it.
You guys
Obviously
have
for me,
Jacoby Brissett, correct?
yeah. Right now,
Yeah,
it's
I think he'll
quote
be the
unquote
starter.
open. They said it's a quote
Nah.
unquote open competition, but I think Drake May is going to win it. But that's the what's hard to predict too is you don't know, even if they do go with Drake May, you don't know what you're going to get out of him as a rookie. So it's hard to say. I think I'll say this. I think obviously division games are winnable. I think the Arizona Cardinals is a winnable game. Tennessee's a winnable game. But I even think Tennessee's going to put up some points because they got some weapons on offense. They got DeAndre Hopkins. They got Tyler Boyd. They got other receiver. They
Mixon.
got Calvin Ridley. Treylon Burks is now wide receiver 4 for them instead of being wide receiver 2. So
Which is good because he's not a good contested catch guy. He has a very high drop rate. He's the Eric Ebron of wide receivers now.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, everybody. I passed Tyler Boyd's house on my way to my sister's. He lives in Pittsburgh. He lives in a suburb called Whitehall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I passed his house on my way to my sister's
there are
house.
2 things I'm glad I got to see on the schedule though. If we don't play the Chiefs this year and we don't play the Cowboys, those are the 2 teams I feel like we play every year. We at least play one of the 2, if not both. So
yeah, we have the Chiefs on our schedule Christmas Day, Jordan.
Yeah, those are the kind of 2 teams that I'm used to us playing that we didn't play this year. That I'm kind of glad. But other than that, what stands out is the quarterbacks that we got to play.
You think the Lions' schedule is hard as and done? I actually think it favors us because the first 4 matchups with being 3 home and 1 away, that actually helps you. You know, Los Angeles Rams coming in on week 1. We beat them with the worst secondary. Yeah, that's all I got to say.
I think they can be beat, Jeremy. The Rams.
We already beat them, even though it was a point. We beat them with the worst secondary. Is what I'm getting at. Our secondary is better. Then we play Tampa Bay at home. I don't think our schedule is as tough as everybody makes it out because we lucked out. Didn't get that Munich, Germany game like everybody thought we would. So the traveling's less.
Unfortunately, you didn't get that game.
I know you did.
I heard your last game. Jeremy's in Vietnam. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
hang on, Ralph. I heard it was on the beaches of Normandy.
Yeah, there you go.
Is undone. I'm gonna phrase that. We can't beat a Pete Carroll coached Seahawks team. Get it right. It's going to be totally different now that Pete's not there.
Oh no, excuse me. Pete is there, advisory.
Yeah, but
advisory role. But JB, do not forget his son Brandon is our special teams coach this year.
I don't know what happened. I was trying to do quotes and balloons.
It's a part. It's a party. It's a Seahawks party.
So I think I missed the Lions schedule reveal. What's their division do they play?
We play the Los Angeles Rams on Sunday Night Football week 1.
Yeah, I can see that.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home week 2. We got at Arizona week 3. I think we could be starting out 3-0.
I agree.
Yeah, 2-1 for sure.
Oh yeah, I can see that easily for you guys.
Yeah.
The toss-up game is the Monday Night Football versus the Seahawks because it's whether or not they can play.
I think the Rams is better than the Seahawks.
I think the Rams are too, but we beat that better Rams team, and they don't have Aaron Donald to get in the backfield.
Good point. Oh, great point, JB. Yeah, I was forgetting that. Yeah, good point.
Yeah, their defense might be down a step, Jeremy, like you said.
I don't think so. Here's why. I think Kobe Turner's going to improve in year 2, and I think that they got the best pure pass rusher right now. Maybe not in a few years. I think Dallas Turner will be, but Jared Verse was the best pass rusher in the draft.
And they had Frisky right next to him.
Yeah. I was disappointed we didn't get
birthday. It's not my birthday.
No, he made the.
I think the Rams.
Quotation marks and the balloons came up, folks. Not his birthday.
Normally it's for plus signs. Like
Plus,
that.
that's a primetime game, Sunday Night Football. I think that'll be a tougher
And we
game.
play them at home is undone. We are home.
Yep.
I think to go back to Jared Verse, I wanted him in Seattle. We got Byron Murphy, so not disappointed, but I agree. Verse was one of the best in the draft, I think.
Well, that's what I want to. Well, that's another thing with Tennessee to look out for. If what's his name could stay out of trouble with Jeffrey Simmons, that'll be a nasty defensive tackle duo between him and what?
So then after the Seattle Seahawks Monday Night Football game, we get a bye week, and then we get to travel to Jerry's World. That's always a tough game for Detroit, but we owe them an ass whooping.
Oh, please give it to them. Just so I can see Jerry go ballistic. That man makes me laugh.
So you guys got the early bye.
Yeah, we got the early bye. I hate that because, like I said, through the first 4 weeks, you usually don't get a lot of so you don't get that rest.
Yeah, we have it in the middle of the season. Week 9 is our bye.
No, we got 10.
I hate those early with late buys. You don't want those.
No, but she might because Bo Crouch actually talks about the Seahawks daily. He has a podcast that he does with a Philly guy every morning, and also have another one where he goes with Mr. U, a Giants guy. But let's get back into the schedule. After Dallas, we got the Minnesota Vikings. It's there. Then we come back home and we face the Titans. Then we go on the road to Green Bay week 9, on the road to the Texans week 10. It could go one way or the other through those first 7 games.
Well, the Texans could be hit and miss, Jeremy. We don't know what they're going to do in their second year, the first year with their new coach, you know.
But they also, it's the second year with their new coach, right?
Yeah, that's why I said the second year, yeah.
But they also improved everywhere.
Yes.
You think about what they added in free agency and what they added in the draft, they got better. As much as
Stephon Diggs made them get worse.
They say what, Jordan?
I said Stephon Diggs made them get worse. He's going to ruin that young locker room.
I think.
Yeah, his attitude.
But anyways, Green Bay Packers that one after. So let's see if we play like we did. Yeah, I do this just for fun. I study all this stuff. I pay attention to tendencies. But right now, this is the way too early predictions. This is what this is. I still say the window of wins is going to be like somewhere between 11 and 13 because we did go 12-5 last year with a weak secondary, and we bolstered the weakest part of our roster a lot with the 2 early picks, plus the trade for Carlton Davis, signing of Amik Robertson, who was a dog on the outside for the Raiders. We got rid of Will Harris and Benito Jones. So that right there made us better by subtraction.
Well, they call addition by subtraction.
I agree with your window of wins, Jeremy.
The Dallas game is a toss-up. The Seahawks game is a toss-up. It could go either way. We're either going to be 3-2 or we could be 5-0. You never know. As much as I hate to say it, those games are always a dogfight. We'll do a question session right after we get through this last bit because that's the last of the schedules we got to go through right here.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, then we go to Minnesota. Then we play Tennessee at home. Then we play the Green Bay Packers. Fuck the Packers. We're winning and make Ford Field North still because that'll be the 4th year in a row we beat them in their house. Then we have the Jacksonville Jaguars coming into town, and they don't play well in domes.
They don't.
That's interesting.
That is a great point, JB. They don't.
And then we go to play Indianapolis, and by week 12, will Anthony Richardson still be starting? We don't know. He's another guy.
And they got Joe Flacco there as a backup.
And they got Joe Flacco as a backup. Yes.
Yeah.
He'll
Joe
take
Flaccid.
Viagra if he has to get off the couch
See
again.
what you did there. See what you did there,
That's my
JB.
nickname for him too.
Been mine for years. So nice of you to catch up, fellas.
Chicago Bears on Thanksgiving. And then we go a week later. Jeremy's show is the horse's hoof. Smoking Jay is the man. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. After the Chicago Bears, we play the Green Bay Vikings. Or Green Bay Packers. Might as well be the
No,
Vikings.
you said it right. You know, you said it right the first time.
That's at
As a
home. And it's another primetime game. So far, that's 5 primetime games because Thanksgiving
four.
counts as a primetime game because it's the only game on regardless of day on Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And then, isn't it from 15 on, any game can be flexed? Week
Yes.
15.
Yes.
So we got the Buffalo Bills at home, then at Chicago, then at San Francisco 49ers, which is already scheduled for Monday Night Football. So that's game number 6 on primetime. And then we come back home to face off against the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, wow.
So
the Vikings is your last game. Did you say home game, Jeremy? Last
our
for the
last
regular
game,
season?
yeah. And
They
Yeah,
might
a
be,
lot of
they might be resting starters for that one.
Who might?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see
The
where
Lions?
Minnesota
Yeah,
goes this year.
it really depends on the seeding. The reason why we played like we did because we had the early game. We didn't know if San Francisco was going to win. We didn't know if Dallas was going to win. Remember that? So
Yep.
Oh,
if
yeah.
all
Yeah,
those teams lost, we jump up to number 1 in the seeding.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm
it
with you.
really comes down to those last 5 weeks. And the reason why I said 11 to 13 wins is because we got 12. I don't think we got better. We didn't get worse. Even though the schedule looks harder on paper because of injuries with the final rosters and everyone else. Amazon Prime has a 10-year contract with the NFL. So yes, Amazon Prime has the Thursday night games. Netflix got the contract for Christmas that was announced earlier. I think it was yesterday, correct?
Yes.
I got it this morning. So yes,
Good.
it would have been yesterday. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So thank you, Brian Stover. Yeah, that's a huge contract. That's why there was so many balloon payments and why the cap room went up so much. TV money is split equally between the 32 teams. So any of those TV contract money gets split across the board. And right now, Netflix got Christmas. And I think, how much did they pay for that, Von Doom?
It didn't release the number yet.
I think it was somewhere around 30 million for the Christmas Day games
That sounds right.
per year.
I thought 30.
So
I
it'll
thought
be
32. I thought 32-ish, JB, but you could be right.
I've learned some things from Scott, but I actually started 4 years ago with Jim Bordeaux. I've been with Scott Morganroth the last 2. So I've learned things from everybody I've been with. But I got my start in podcasting due to Jim Bordeaux of Detroit Lions on the Prowl because he was a part of my Facebook group. And we used to do a weekly video chat like this, just talking about Lion stuff. And he started asking questions. And when I was able to rattle off stats, formations, and who was there in different years and different eras, he was, my God, you didn't have to get out your phone. You know more about the Lions stats without opening your phone than I have forgotten just this last season. And he
Yeah,
knows I
I've learned.
as a fan, you'll be the first fan I've done this with.
I've learned from a lot of people like you and a bunch of other people, Jeremy, as you know.
People are saying, in the chat, do I work for the Seahawks? No, I don't. I'm exactly 4 months younger than their first game. They played the 1st of August 76 for the first game. I'm 1st of December 76 is my birthday. I'm just a passionate fan. I eat, drink, breathe. Like you, JB, you know, you love your team, you learn the stats. I'm wearing my favorite QB from those first few years, you know.
Oh, geez,
And like you said, Bill, you soak it in. You go on different see how different people do things and adapt. That's all I do.
Yep.
But I love my Hawks.
Love that.
I'm Jeremy's Padawan.
I learned from Ouija boards.
That's not healthy,
If
James.
that works for you, James, whatever works.
That's not healthy, James. You may need to go see a doctor.
Ouija boards by yourself lead to possession.
Yes.
Okay, but
I'm a possessed JB. I've not ever touched a Ouija board, but I'm a possessed 12 that can that burst my eardrum and my vocal cords at Lumen Field when I was there 2 years ago. Is that the possession you're referring to? Could not hear for 3.5 weeks. Or is that just a Seattle thing?
Joshua Doris says he learned from Ryan Hoffman, Chris Turk, and Evan Land, and that's great. Now you guys know why I'm unstable, James says.
I've learned from
just
too
met
many
you, James,
people
and
to name.
I've just met you, James, so no judgment, because if you're unstable, so am I, and the best are.
We all are unstable one way or another because you cannot
100%.
in this world 100% sane and make it.
You know what? If anybody wants to learn who I learned from, go back to JB's like subscriber episode where he had a bunch of people on. You'll see. I talked about it.
But
I got a question. If you guys could go around through your schedule on your away games, and if you could pick one team like to go to their stadium, who would it be?
Ooh. I'll
my
have to
away
look at
game
my
to
schedule
drive there and
closer.
drive home in the same day would be Indianapolis Colts. I can go see Chicago Bears every year. It's closer than they are. I would love to go to Indianapolis.
Yeah, I agree, Jeremy. And Indy would be the one because we play them away. So Indy would be, yeah.
I'm not sure I can answer that because I'm in Australia and would have to travel.
Right.
But if I could choose any away game, who we got? Jets, I would go
or the Commanders.
I would go the Cardinals and have Seahawks win both games so I can then come home and brag to my brother that the Seahawks beat the Cardinals again.
Nice. I would probably choose Mile High Field because I've been there because my grandparents live in Denver and I've been to Broncos game plenty. Mile High Field is one of the coolest fields. I've been there when it's been snowing. Very cool field.
Maybe a very cool field, but I don't like anywhere where if I go there and it starts to snow, I might not get to leave for 3 months.
Exactly. That's why Mile High, I've had nothing but raves about Mile High, but if I get snowed in, I mean, it could happen in Seattle, but at least I'm near Starbucks if I do get snowed in Seattle.
That's true.
So, you know.
Yeah, and basically it barely snows in Seattle. Usually it just rains. You have a better chance.
I can deal with. I can take an umbrella, Jeremy, if I'm going to Starbucks.
And you can also hit up the music museums like Jimi Hendrix and Nirvana and stuff like that.
My pop was owned by our owner, Paul Allen, and I did that. I got in on a free ticket because they saw how excited I was. And yeah, my pop's my jam in Seattle. Love it.
Nice.
Now, the only way we'd be playing Miami this year is if they were hosting the Super Bowl. So guess what? They don't.
Who is hosting the Super Bowl? I can't even remember.
The New Orleans Saints.
Oh,
wow. You might start saving for tickets.
You guys play Buffalo in Buffalo?
Which stadium?
Seattle. Sorry, Seattle. The Seattle Dancers.
I haven't seen an ugly NFL cheerleader except for maybe Chicago.
Yeah,
Seattle.
true.
Look up Seattle.
Dallas.
Seattle Sea Dancers. Look them up. Sea Dancers for Seattle.
So, I love the fact that we play Chicago on Thanksgiving, and I already look. The moon phase is not waxing gibbons. The Lions got a shot. They might win a Thanksgiving Day game for the first time since 2017.
Hey, Jeremy, I hate to cut this short, but I have to leave. Okay.
Have a good one, Mr.
Thank you
Ralph.
for coming in.
Take
I
care, Ralph. Nice
Thank
to
you.
meet you.
Same
shout
here.
out
Thank
to
you.
the channel again and where people can find you.
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube, Ralph Williams, RW Media Productions. You can also find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Tumblr. You can also, that's it, Tumblr. And then I'll be putting my Sports Corner show on PCTV, Channel 21 in Pittsburgh, and it will be starting in August. I am no longer with Beaver County Radio. So
Well, thank you very much for your
It's
time.
great to meet you,
appreciate
Ralph.
you,
Thank
sir.
you.
anytime,
Mr.
Jeremy.
Ralph.
Thank you. And
Love
don't
seeing
forget
you,
to
sir.
subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Have a great one. Thank you.
You
Take
too,
care.
sir. Be blessed.
They called him Ralph Vogel.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, you know, this show is the reason why one of my first shows was the NFL Roundtable Talk when I first started, and I joined that in honor of Thomas Dowling Sports when it wasn't called that. It was just about an inside football group, I think it was then. And I was very happy when Jordan started coming on back when I first started, when I was shooting shows on my front porch. Remember that,
I
Jordan?
remember those.
Yeah, I
Using
do.
her phone and everything else. Didn't
And
have
I
a
was recruited from Sideline Sports.
I thought Jeremy was streaming from a flip phone.
He was.
He
He
was, wasn't
100% was.
he? I was
Yeah.
going to say 110%. No,
Might as
I'm,
well have been.
No, I
I'm
got-
kidding, JB.
It was
I'm
a-
so
I met-
happy.
I met
I
JB
got
on
recruited from you.
I met you on Tim's channel, Maniac Sports, didn't I, JB? I'm trying to think. I think that's where it was.
What?
Yup. He goes, "You have no idea how many shits I've taken while listening to this show."
Oh, damn, that's true.
It sounds like if
That's
it
cruel but true.
you know,
Hey, listen, he's undone. I've been here the whole time doing the same. I'm just saying.
That's terrible.
Hey, listen, you can't see what's happening below the desk, JB. That's all I'm saying.
if
But,
the
no, I
NFL
think
seems to keep doing
Wow.
Bears, Green Bay Packers, and Minnesota Detroit every year now, pretty
think
much.
so.
Probably.
If you think about it, and this is not being homerish. Last year, the best division in the NFC, when you looked at wins by each team, because of the separation and how close they were, the NFC North was the best division in the NFC.
It
They didn't
really
have
is.
anybody with 3 to 5 wins. It was 7, 7, 10, and 12.
Yep.
So, as long as Arizona's in the NFC West, they're going to struggle.
And
No.
the Seahawks will not cry tears over this.
Right.
2 easy wins each year. Come on, gotta give us.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
I mean, they're
sorry, Jay.
go
Sorry,
ahead.
JB. Endless bragging rights for me,
I know.
my brother. You know,
Right. I got it.
it made even more brilliant by the fact that my nephew, who is turning 5, yelled "Go Seahawks" every time he sees me, much to his father's disgust. Gotta love that, and trained him well.
That's a good nephew.
Oh, question for Will. Do you think Tesla stock will take off here soon?
No idea.
James Burgess. Oh my God. He
Oh,
goes,
Oh,
right.
God.
James, I dare you to go on camera. I dare you to come on camera, James.
James, I did not want to see that comment this evening, but oh God, I did.
Why do you think my camera's off? Shit.
I think Von Doom, I think that's a good idea. No, it can't
He's
be
a
unseen.
question for Will. Can you bite your
Well,
dick out?
So
Wait,
many
Will,
people
cut-
have questions.
wait a
for me.
minute.
Why am I so damn popular?
Because they're your friends. Be quiet. Anyway, Megan, to my defense, I tried to take my shirt off once and got paid to put it back on.
Yeah, literally, we got money.
Oh, hang on. That was the solar. I thought that was the solar eclipse I saw down here, but it was the flash of white from your chest.
Yes.
Is that
Yep,
what
that was my
gave you
fat
the
ass.
migraine that put me to bed for 6 weeks? Oh, okay, Von Doom, all good.
That was my fat ass. I'm sorry.
Baby. This is what happens when I'm dosed up on cold and flu medication, by the way, boys.
Joshua Dorr says James has probably busted many nuts to the show.
Oh God.
Oh, can we
Ah.
not? Hey, it's only midday here, Joshua. It is way too early for me to drink. Although after that, I'm going to go and get the vodka bottle. Okay.
All I got to say, a loss against Chicago on Thanksgiving. I don't know if that happens this year because it truly depends on how good or bad Caleb Williams is as a rookie.
Yes. I think a lot of, for me, and being the Caleb fan, you know, I've got his helmet
Joshua
there.
Dorr, that's disgusting.
Rumor Will jerked off on the air.
Never.
Well, we can't see your hand. Will, to Joshua's defense, we can't always see your hands. I'm just saying.
Right.
I think a lot of Chicago's success for me will be based on Caleb and how he does.
And also how much more improved the O-line is.
Hey, look at that. We got somebody backstage.
If that O-line plays as bad as it did with Justin Fields through the first couple years. Remember, the only quarterback that was sacked more than Justin Fields in the NFC was Sam Howell. And everybody thinks Sam Howell's a bust. But for 9 straight weeks, he was leading the league in passing yards.
Also, that's not 100% factual. The Giants let up more sacks and all that, but we had 3 different quarterbacks get taking those sacks.
I said individual.
Yeah, Big Dan's backstage too.
I meant that as an individual stat.
Yep.
It's tradition.
Backstage.
No, we win every 7 years. It's due. This is the time we win on Thanksgiving. When you say
nice to meet you.
2017. Before that, it was 2010. Before that, it was 2003. It's been that way ever since Barry Sanders has left the team.
Okay, JB. So if you don't win on Thanksgiving, with your tradition in mind, I can come back and give you crap. Oh, hang on, I'm giving you crap. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I think the Bears upgraded their wide receiver room more than the quarterback room.
Everybody's saying hi to you, Big Dan.
Hey, what's
Big
up?
Dan? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Rocket Scientist 95. Nice to meet you, and James too, I guess.
And Joshua Dorr. Yep, there's a bunch of you guys in here that come in the chat. Is undone. Will, what are you hiding from us?
Nothing.
Not his hands. I can see his hands. They're good. He wiped them before he wiped them.
Yeah, I saw the fly behind him.
Jeremy, you said Big Dan wrong.
No.
Did
you see the fuzzy pants he was wearing? It was this. I saw it. Sorry, bro.
Hey, Josh and Rocket Scientist. Ask Will what his nickname is.
Oh, do I know?
BCP. Yeah, look, he covered it up. Butt chin Padawan.
I'm waiting to get a nickname from you, JB, but I'm dreading it.
No, you know what? I like Aussie. I'm going to leave it at that because you've already got it there. Losing to Caleb on Thanksgiving, that would be a SOL moment.
Yes.
It really depends on how he plays. And I'm going to say that 100%. If he has the rookie struggles that, 99% of all rookie quarterbacks have? And you know what I'm saying, Megan?
Yeah, I love him. I love USC. But yeah, I think I'm not saying all of Chicago's success will be on Caleb's shoulders. I think about 80% of it will be, and as you said, the other things need to come into play. If he has a crappy season, Chicago has a crappy season.
He has seen what Von Doom thinks of his Giants being on Hard Knocks this year.
I don't hate it. I think it's going to be entertaining because it's off-season Hard Knocks. We're going to get like a view into behind the scenes of what was going on with all the Barkley stuff, the combine, all that kind of stuff. I wish we still had Wink Martindale there, though, because the fights between him and Brian DeBall would have been epic TV moments.
Hey, first preseason game, Lions and Giants.
Lions, Giants in New York.
Yup.
You know what? You know why they
Go
really put the-
Lions. Sorry, Von Doom. I said that way too loud, didn't I? Sorry.
You said it
You
right.
know
I
what?
don't want to win a game.
You know why they really put the Giants on Hard Knocks?
Because no one else wanted it.
Well, that, but they also wanted to see what's the kid that lives in his mom's basement?
Oh, Tommy DeVito. Yeah, they want his agent on there, man. It'll be like an episode of The Sopranos.
Yeah, so they want.
Well, with a name like Tommy DeVito, isn't he already a member of The Sopranos asking for a friend?
So his agent looks like he came straight out of the TV show.
It'll be.
Oh, I've not seen the agent, but just that, and that might be disrespectful to Italians. My apologies. But
It's going to be
We don't mind.
Hooker
It's
against,
okay.
it's
No,
going to be
I'm-
Hooker against Tommy Cutlets.
Yeah, I like that better. Tommy Cutlets. It sounds like a mafia name.
Oh, and
it
JB.
does. It sounds like he's grilling on the barbecue, though, not out,
Let's get a
putting
dog
some
check
shoes
from
on
everyone.
people.
I'll give you mine, guys.
I'm sorry, Rocket. I can't. You can hear how
I'm
bad my
horrible
voice
at
is
it, so I'm
already.
not going to do it.
I can say dog check, and we'll say dog
Yep, there you
check.
go. That's fine. Just say
Dog
dog.
check.
That's all. I can't do
Dog
the
check.
Dog
I
check.
can do the bark if you get me as soon as I get up when I'm barking like a seal.
It's not done. I appreciate that.
Woof, woof. That's the best you're getting from me.
Will's chin was great on a Greek statue is undone. Said.
I wouldn't want to have to punch you on the jaw because I think I'd break my wrist looking at that jawline there. Look
Yep,
at
we
that
did.
profile, boys.
That what you wanted.
Megan,
Everyone said so.
Megan, you wouldn't want to punch Will in the chin because of the chance you'd be fisting him.
And you know this how.
Look at it.
So, Von Doom?
At least I'm not scared to appear on camera.
Hey, Will.
Hey,
There's
Von Doom. Hey, Will. Von Doom's a Giants fan. Give the man a break. That is pathetic.
It
Sorry,
is.
bad
It
enough.
is. It is. It
You
is.
three,
Yes.
313 Sports is in the chat. What's up, everybody? Oh, we just went over the schedule.
Oh, I need to get going.
Yep. Hey, Megan, thank you for coming in. It was a pleasure having you. You have a
Thank you,
wonderful.
guys. Sorry my voice is so bad, but having
No,
bronchitis
you're a
and
warrior.
doing media interviews for work kind of does that. But
Hey,
JB, anytime you need a Seahawks perspective, let me know, man.
And
I'm
I
up
will
for it.
tell you what, the week before the Monday Night Football game,
Yep.
I'd like to have you on Wednesday.
Yeah, definitely.
I
Because,
was going to say, we'll see you Monday Night Football.
yep.
We-
But good luck to the Lions this year. Yeah, it's going to be a great year. And may Mike Mack bring Baby D Ravens defense to Seattle. I will die happy. But
But
thanks, man.
just like I told everybody that has a new defensive coordinator and a new coming in, I always stymie the early defensive prowess
Yes.
because there's a learning curve. Even though it's
Exactly.
talent and there's vets and rookies, they all
Yep.
have to gel in that scheme before they actually get it down. And every team that's ever done a scheme switch, they've struggled early.
Exactly. And that's why my expectations are fairly low this year because it is year one. Now, talk to me year 2 and 3, and we'll see. I'm giving September, first
Yep,
week of
first
September,
week of
Rocket. I'm saying 5 to 7 wins, 9 tops,
Right.
being optimistic.
I
Anything else is going to be a bonus because, as you said, JB, we've got to build and get used to it.
You've
But
got a great offense. It's what's going to happen with the defense that's going to decide everything. If it struggles early, it's going to be a lower win total. If you win a couple of those early games, your
Yeah.
win total could be at the higher end. And I had
I
it at
just want
7 to 9. I had it at 7 to 9 as soon as I looked at the schedule tonight and looked at
Yeah.
everything. That's where I was.
I've been saying 7 to 9 since the draft. Oh, no, actually, since Mike came in. I loved what he did with the Ravens. My second team is the Ravens, for those who don't know. But we'll see.
Here's the crazy thing. New Breed brings it up. 5 or 6 primetime games. It's 6 because technically Thanksgiving it
We
has
got
to be
4.
considered. What does the
We got 4.
Patriots guest think of Jelani Tavai? He made a Pro Bowl last year. I'm quite sure he likes him.
Yeah, he's the only thing Matt Patricia's got life in his whole life.
We've got 4 primetime games. We don't have Thanksgiving this year, which is a little disappointing because I love the Thanksgiving games because we don't have it down here and it's a day to eat, drink, and watch football. Wait, that's every Monday for me because your Sunday is my Monday, even though I have to get up at like 3:30 for a 10 a.m. game. So, you know, but it is what it is, fellas. Thanks for having me, JB.
You're more than welcome. If you ever want to be on,
Yeah,
shoot
let
me
me know,
an
JB.
email.
I'm up for it, you know.
Shoot me an email, and if I got
Yep.
a show, I'll say sure.
Yeah, no worries. I'll keep an eye out, JB. Take care, gents. Take care,
Nice
chaps.
meeting you.
See ya.
Hey, well, there's a chance.
Oh my god.
They just showed the graphic. 3 years in a row, 8 of the last 10 years, a team that finished last won their division the following year.
No way in hell we do that.
Not a
Hey,
chance.
The bigger chance is that the groundhog sees its shadow.
Hey, what if Michael Penix has this? What if Michael Penix and Kirk Cousins don't play this year?
So I want to adjust something here. He talked about the 5 or 6. It's 6, but it has the possibility of being 8 because that Buffalo Bills game may get flexed, and also that last game at home versus Minnesota may get flexed to prime time like it did last year. So we actually could end up with a total of 9.
That'd be
Isn't that crazy?
insane.
That's not getting flexed.
I would love that.
The Buffalo's Bills game might be if they're headed.
I agree. The Bills game might be. I don't think the Vikings game will. I think the Vikings are going to be the worst team in that division.
Only cold outdoor game for golf this year is Green Bay, isn't it?
Sounds
Right after Thanksgiving.
I believe so, yeah.
Because we play San Francisco away. Buffalo's coming here. And they don't usually flex the early games. I think that's going to be a Sunday afternoon game at this point because they're coming here. It's going to be a 1:00 game, according to what I read. But if they did flex it to a night game, I'm not going to be mad about it. But all of the primetime games for the first, 13 weeks, they're set in stone.
Yep.
Yeah. How many of those prime time are home?
Yep, Vikings and Bears are both going rookie QB, so wild card factor for both. And maybe the second Bears game, depending on what the Bears record will be. Right, because if they're having a decent season, and I still think Caleb's going to struggle out of the gate. And I'll tell you why. He struggled against the better defenses in the Pac-12, but the best defenses in the Pac-12 were nowhere near as good as any of the good defenses in the SEC or the Big Ten.
Yep.
Does anybody disagree with that statement?
Nope.
So you're talking about the best of the best now. You're not talking about the Pac-12. You're talking about great defenses across the board. And a bad defense in the NFL beats any college defense 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm getting at there, New Breed Sport. Love the fact you came in. Thank you. But I have the window of wins for the Lions at in between 11 and 13. I don't think we regress enough to get less than 1 win less than what we did last year. And I'm hoping that we actually do go one better and get the number 1 seed.
That would be cool.
Yep,
Same.
Caleb's processing speed may not be NFL adequate, but we will know more come this September. Do you have a graphic of the schedule? Not yet, but I will have it for the morning show at noon. I am no longer doing 11 o'clock shows.
No more? Okay.
Nope.
Personal reasons. And I'll leave it at that.
Yes, sir. Oh.
But I love doing this. I love having the fans of other teams come in and getting that whole roundtable discussion going. That's what I started this for. No, sir, I'm not. It'll be a noon show from here on out. I'm not going to do the 11 a.m. shows. The Bears O line is terrible. They're going to get Caleb killed like they did Fields. And I said that exact thing. They improved their interior O line, but their best ranked one is not as well ranked by PFF, because that's the one thing that PFF gets right is O line rankings and how they play and everything else. Despite everything else, I think PFF is a joke, but O line and D line rankings are pretty good at it. Cody Whitehair is ranked better than all three of the interior O linemen they have, and they let him go because of cap reasons instead of trying to restructure him. So I think they got worse at the middle O line. They got better at the guards, but they got worse at center because Cody Whitehair ended up playing center half the year.
Indeed. Where
I
did
guess
he end
only
up
time will
going?
tell.
Don't know. I don't even know if he got picked up because Cody Whitehair, compared to the rest of the starters at center, was at the bottom half of the league, but he was their best rated offensive lineman.
I think the Bears are going to run the ball a lot
That they have to.
because their offensive unless their offensive coordinator calls a different offense. Because in Seattle, he was a run first guy.
Right. And that's why they picked up DeAndre Swift. They got somebody for going around the corner now because that's all DeAndre Swift is really good for. He was not good for punching through the line and getting a lot of yards. He goes down at first contact 9 times out of 10. And if he gets hit too many times, he's injured.
Yep.
Yeah.
The difference is last year he had one of the best O lines in the league protecting him. But at the
Yep.
same time, he had 4 games where he didn't take a snap.
Yep, the best of Bill of Bill.
Not because of injury, though. Not because of injury, because he wasn't good enough. And Barton Scott and the rookie and the other guy got the carries. Kenneth Gainwell, I think, is the other guy I'm thinking of.
Yep. Yep.
I've been burning the candle at both ends, waking up too early to do stuff, and not enough time for me before I have to be ready for work. So I'm doing the noon show now.
I love that noon show though. It's fun.
But I want to thank you, everybody in the chat. It's time for me to give homage to the sponsors. And of course, everybody's favorite sponsor, and it doesn't even pay me, but we love to talk about it. Oh, Whitehair is a Raider now. Okay.
Radar.
Might as well be Radar, but it's FTP.
Fuck the Packers.
Yes, fuck the Packers.
Fuck the
Twice on
Packers.
Sundays.
Raw dog 'em.
Will
Todd
Sion
Jones
Vago
says
get
it
a lot of
amazing.
carries in the regular season. I think he's going to be predominantly used on special teams and just comes in when both guys are tired at the same time. So I don't think he gets a lot of carries, really, right off the rip. Especially as a 4th round pick, he's not expected to be a starter. He's 3rd or 4th running back right now, depending on how he does in the preseason versus Greg Reynolds.
You need to change it to fuck the cheeseheads.
That would be.
Yeah, because it's more the fans than anything, isn't it, that we hate?
Yeah.
I mean, you hate the team too, but you hate the fans more than anything.
Yes.
James,
Oh my god.
awesome.
He's the best comment of the night.
What team in the division will give the Lions the most problems? It's the Packers. I hate to say it, but it is the Packers. They are the hardest team for us to match up against. I don't think it's Minnesota. I think the Bears might with their second game when we're at the Bears, but that first game when we're at home, and as loud as Ford Field gets rocking, I don't think they're going to be an issue. And plus, it is not the waxing Gibbons moon phase. And since 1934, The Lions have lost 27 matchups when the moon is in the face waxing gibbons on Thanksgiving.
I know what they could call it after if they do win on a waxing Gibbons. They can call it the waxing Jameer Gibbs moon.
No, it was waxing gibbons last year. It didn't work. So I'm not going to do that.
So I was going to ask, do you think the Lions signed another wide receiver
No,
with
not
losing
at all.
Reynolds?
No, we re-signed DPJ to fill his role. We still have Khalif Raymond, who's coming back off of the injury that kept him out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
We got Antoine Green, who will be in his second year and more developed.
And then you got, obviously, what's his name coming off the suspension.
He played last year, Jamison Williams.
Yeah, but I'm saying it'll be a full season.
Right. This will be his first full season.
Yeah.
That's right.
But at the same time, I hear people say they'd take that Thanksgiving game is going to be crazy. Yes, because that is the closest rival fan base to us. So they'll all be trying to snatch up tickets as soon as they go on sale. So if you're a Lions fan and you don't have season tickets, get your tickets now if you want to go to it. It'll be less expensive if you buy them early than if you wait.
Yeah.
I'm just going to call it like I see it. I'm putting in for my press credentials here in 2 weeks when it opens up, because guess what? If I get to go, I get to go to every game for free. Woo!
And free food.
Especially if both of those teams are in playoff contention at that point.
I'm going to Minnesota again for Lions at Vikings in October. I just talked to my buddy about it earlier.
Eddie Grimes, we talked about the schedule, and I'm gonna put my floor as one game better than last year. Last year I said 10-13. This year I say 11-13. Because what money? We don't need Slant Boy. We already have Slant God. He's 33. He's aging.
When was the last time Michael Thomas had a good year?
I don't even remember.
He was on a rookie contract.
I think it was the last time Russell Wilson won a Super Bowl or something.
Yeah. Them season tickets are sold out. What I'm saying is, as soon as the regular season tickets go on sale, you want to buy them immediately before the scalpers do.
Yeah.
Buy them and then scalp them. Gotcha.
Right. Pull their move. You need 1 by 4, sell 3. You need 6 by 6. You need 4 by 6, sell 2.
Right.
So are you and Will and Dan, you guys going to Germany together?
No.
Not a fucking chance, dude. My people.
He doesn't.
Hey, my people have a mixed history with Germany. Okay, buddy.
I'm going to have make a bold prediction here. Out of those teams, the last one with the ball wins the game. Period.
Yes.
Who you talking about?
Giants versus Panthers in Germany.
It might be whoever wins the coin toss wins.
Yeah, because it might go to overtime.
It ends 3-0. Whoever.
I could actually see that. Can you, Von Doom?
Hey, take the under on that game.
My defense will pick him off for a touchdown at least.
Oh yeah, because Bryce Young needs a step stool for the next draft pick.
Yeah.
I told you what to buy him. You didn't buy
platform shoes.
Platform cleats.
Is that what they're saying in Carolina? Tank for Shadir?
I like Quinn better.
But thank you, everybody. I'm going to get to the rest of my stuff here. Los Negron, the best window tinter in Saginaw, 409 Hamilton Street in Saginaw, Michigan, 989-443-9240. Give them a call and schedule your appointment to get your windows tinted or your car detailed. Mention this ad. He will give you a nice little discount. What the hell did that get loud? Oh, weird.
What the fuck was it?
I don't know either. can make your whip look as good as this 300 C-Class, this Maserati SUV, or this Audi SUV. Last but not least, my place of employment, the source of money coming in and many headaches. South Grand Traverse at West Atherton Road, 602 West Atherton Road in Flint, Michigan. If you need a price on new tires, please call and talk to George, Red, or myself, 810-233-8230. We have used tires that start at $40 and up, depending on the size and condition of the tire. Lowest prices in Genesee County. And if a guy's willing to let us work on a 1963 Rolls-Royce Silver Phantom,
Ooh,
any car.
that's gorgeous.
Yeah, he went with that Cadillac pearlescent white on it.
Looks good.
And what was cool is he actually has the mahogany dashboard, the mahogany accent in the doors.
No
It is
way.
actually a European edition. That's why it's worth more than the American edition. It actually has everything on the wrong side of the car like it's supposed to.
Oh, that's funny.
Tommy DeVito wins versus the Panthers in New Breed
I
3-1.
wouldn't be surprised.
Patty Grimes, all Giants fans hope that Daniel Jones is going to golf out this season. Oh, I just want him to have a better year than Trevor Lawrence. We play Trevor Lawrence. But thank you, everybody. Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. The only way to make the world a better place. How much are the new tires? It really depends. Uh, your basic smaller tires start at about $110 installed, and they go up from there depending on what you need, what type of tire. Is it a light truck tire? Is it a passenger tire? Is it an extra load passenger tire? Because you have a hybrid, because they need an extra load. They need a C class. It's almost a light truck, but it's a passenger. It's made for the stronger SUVs and stronger cars with more weight. The silver wraith is artwork on wheels. Yes, it is.
Yep.
But thank you, everybody. I hope you all have an amazing week. I'll see you in the morning at noon. Oh, look at that. He's celebrating.
Dude, these effects with the iPhone 15 never cease to amaze me. I love it. It surprises me even.
But happy schedule release. I hope all of you have an amazing day. We will be talking more Lions stuff in the morning, and of course a little Giants talk too, because hey, Von Doom's a Giants fan. He deserves to talk about his team.
I won't be here tomorrow morning, remember? Dentist appointment.
Oh, that's right. You got
Oh,
an appointment. It'll be all Lions. It'll be me. And if you don't believe it, fuck around and find out.
oh, I love that shirt.
Have a great night, everybody.